getting the most of this tournament because their playtime is by far the highest.
Yeah, they don't just like play for one cap. They've played for like 17 caps in one series, and they did it twice.
It's probably on purpose. They like, you know what, guys, let's play a bit more. Let's just throw one map.
Yeah, and what's it called? I was about to say they throw one map. The last series one worked out quite well, but the first one they actually end up losing the series. So lesson to be learned there: don't throw your games. Not really worth anything.
Yeah, but you know, I also want to say, Wanna Skype, they haven't won a match yet. But you know what? They had a break now. They weren't playing in their last hour, and maybe this is exactly what they needed. You know, just some time to regroup, settle down, and you know, maybe just talk about a few things, go over a few things, maybe establish a better communication synergy, and then go in refreshed. Into the next game.
Yeah, because we saw them playing against Team Stella or Gali, and in that case we saw especially Fume was like growing into the match, getting better and better as things went on.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if you can keep up with that. In the meantime, we may be seeing a Ryan Zarya.
Yeah, I think it's interesting also for Fume in this match because potentially, because last time we saw him, he played against Shalidar's difficult matchup to go into. Right now, there's not really a DPS player of this caliber on the enemy team, so maybe it's going to be his time to shine.
Yeah, nothing against Black Rose, of course, but Shalidar's has a lot of team experience under his belt with a very high top of 100 peaks. It's just quite a difficult opponent to face as a Widowmaker, especially because that's Shalidar's main, but maybe Fume can live up to the challenges been growing into the tournament as things went on. We're going to see the first pickup from Dustley onto Kurosh there, onto Yixe.
Yeah,
quite nice
that was enabled by a great Maywall.
Definitely, and now they get the Holtooks come in. Doesn't find the fingers quite yet, and the trap lands, but they do get another kill with Fume.
And that has to be a reset.
Definitely. Good initial first hold though from Wanna Skype.
Yeah, and just speaking of Fume, already on Dragon.
Definitely, he's been getting the damage boost as well, which definitely helps him out a lot. Gadget really enabling that one, but curious to see what this Dragon Strike will do, because Orisa can just walk out of Dragon. Ryan, sorry, I can't really do that, and you don't have a Diva to eat up that either, so potential for a lot of good damage there from Fume. Big Maywall and just ends up not really isolating, but at least creates some discomfort. A nice pull, and instantly they're capitalizing on this one. And Fume even finds the click onto Kiwa, just like running out of there, skating out as he got hooked, but it wasn't to be for him. In the meantime, though, we do have a nanoboost of a cake, and Black Rose has to find the last bit of Ultra to the Riptide, so it's definitely a potential good opener. But Lazy Turtle has that mailed ready as well.
Yeah, with Riptide it's going to be a little bit tricky because May can wall, use Ice Block, Orisa can just survive it, Roadhog can survive it, so finding targets may be tricky, but if you do, it's going to be worth it.
Definitely. In the meantime, there's still two support ults up for the blue side as well. Like, they've got the Valkyrie and the Nanobus, so they can survive the thick of things here.
Yeah, they're also building that bongo.
Indeed, and the red side has the red side Clockwork Mondatta just swapped over to the bunker of their own, so they don't really quite have the ultimate charge yet. However, Jixie does find the immediate first good pick, and the Black Rose Tire finds one as well. That's two picks here. Very promising start of the bunker.
But it's so far away, it's gonna be rest by Gadget. There you go.
True, but in the meantime, another kill onto Archer, who wasn't able to get the nanoboost off, and Dustleo in a whole lot of hurt right now. Widow is thick, aka Key, finds two kills, and it will be red team here, just securing the point, making sure that this bunker doesn't get all the shenanigans with the Maywall. And Black Rose just getting some grenades and building up to a new Riptide. Every Junkrat main likes those. Might even get the stagger onto Gadget here. Yeah, Dark Dagger with the melee just at the end.
Yeah, but there you saw the Riptide just created enough chaos and just kind of spread the enemy team so thin that, the Clockwork Mondatta was able to move in, kill the tanks, and then clean up the fight.
Definitely, and when Gadget was razzing, he did actually see Archer on his own side fall. Fume does find the first good pick onto Cake. Both DPSs have moved on to a Widowmaker now, so we might be seeing some of those duels. Fume stepping up to the plate here. In the meantime, Key in the backline, looking for a boot, but the halt, it does end up finding someone. Archer falls despite just off the edge. Double crowd control is always rough to play against. Fume with his third kill, and Dustleo adds to the list. Blue team securing a solid hold here.
Oh, they're gonna defend close to the payload.
Definitely. You have the May wall and the May ult back.
Definitely, so you want to play the choke.
Definitely want to get value out of this one. In the meantime, though, we do have a bit of a support advantage for the red side, so they will have the ability to push this. You can nanoboost one of your tanks when they get low, or you can maybe even beat drop into push it just a bit more. So let's see what ends up happening. A big flying hook. I have no clue what happened to Dustleo there. I'm not sure he knows either, but it's all over now. Not in a good place, but it's over. Lazy Turtle finds another one.
Piece.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, this is very good. As you can see, they do find one kill with the Blizzard, but they find so many kills in advance already that they will actually be able to push through this mailed. Maybe two support was a bit much, but it secures your fight. And as you can see, nice sleep there onto Key there, but Spite with another halt kill, which is his second one in 2 fights, which is quite admirable. And now Key has to watch out, he's very low on hit points, but he manages to just dance around for a little bit.
Yeah, it was dangerous a bit. Anna couldn't complete the kill.
Indeed, indeed. Let's see, in the meantime, Dark Dagger does have his ultimate. He did receive some extra healing and he actually got a couple kills. Fume punishing Key for the aggressive positioning there. Fight going back and forth. Haltook doesn't quite find anything, but the Sleep Dart does. Laser Turtle with another kill to add to the list. Black Rose falling. And the Mini Dwarf finds the last one, Dixie. And yeah, that'll be a solid hold for the blue side here. Halt just narrowly misses the edge. Despite not getting this one, sadly. Not 3 times the charm.
Well, that also shows you how difficult it is to play against a good Widow that kind of is going to actively seek to find picks. Because, you know, you just have the playing field shrinks so much.
Yeah, definitely. In the meantime, Black Rose swaps over to the Genji, which has worked quite well in the past. Got the immediate pick onto Lazy Turtle.
Yeah.
Sadly got hooked thereafter, so definitely going to go for a bit of a reset. At least his spawns are in our favor, so she'll be able to join our team shortly.
Yeah. And it's also a good recognition. Wanna Skype, they don't have a defensive ultimate, so Nano Blade can be pretty devastating.
Yeah. Offense is the best defense.
Oh, huge nade, huge nade.
Yeah, and the boop comes in as well. It kind of separates them and forces them to push into the dragon. And one more halt. Archer and living on the edge, very literally. Manages to escape just now, but Fume returns with a good pick. 2 picks, in fact, but in the meantime, Jixie also finds another pick onto Archerim. And another halt, but Gadget managed to fly in quite neatly. Jixie finds Fume, getting rid of that Fred, but oh, good haul from Mini Dwarf. And a Resurrect comes
Very
up.
good.
Seems like Wanna Skype is looking to halt this one. Black Rose finds one more kill into Gadget, blocks the hook as well. I'm not sure if she can last for much longer, but at least she gets some extra ult charge there. And thus Leo, second time in a row that he's found Black Rose, so he's definitely helping in securing his backline a little bit. Surely Black Rose managed to kill Gadget this time, but thus Leo is paying obvious attention to the whereabouts of the enemy Genji.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be a big card right now for Clockwork Mondatta. That Nano Blade is there. It's just, that's the way they want. We have a pause?
Maybe a little bit of a technical issue on one of the player sides.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any disconnects. Ah, okay, there's a disconnect in the enemy team. Right, then we'll be back shortly. I think we're going to unpause in just a few seconds. But as we could see, Black Rose hasn't been able to farm to the blade quite yet. She got like some kills and some good damage now, but Dustly has been able to prevent her from having free reign, which is quite good from the Roadhog side, I must say.
That's true, and they have a whole hog, so maybe they can zone her out with just using the hog ultimate.
Yeah, just keeping them at bay, it works quite well. In the meantime, Fume gets another good pick, living up to the Widowmaker here. Definitely a good map pick, as it turns out, for Wanna Skype thus far. However, we will be looking at a lot of damage from the Nano Boost from Cake, but also Spite with the Bongos. They haven't spotted that now, so luckily Spite manages to get out just in time. They only have 10 more seconds to touch though, and they need someone to get on there, and I think it might have to be the Genji or just the tanks all rushing together. Gonna be interesting to see. Bongos gets popped up top, it's a lot of time and space. Kaja manages to
that's a boost, yo! And Genji's dead, oh my god.
Gets caught in the dragon, but a big boop onto the Nano Hog. Key living up to the name here and gets another crucial beat drop, and then just now the residual comes into Spite's favor. Red team, against all odds, is pushing this out.
Yeah. Oh man, but for a while it looked tragic for them.
Yeah, but they managed to turn around. I guess the boost wasn't as bad of an idea. And,
in the end it wasn't. Oh man.
Some emergency stops come in here.
I'm pretty sure that is not how they planned it.
Pretty sure it's not, but I guess the greatest things in life come unplanned. Fume once again finding the better sniper to where Dark Archer going onto the Zarya. I'm not sure if he'll be able to farm a Graviton Surge, but you may as well try. Maybe Spite will go over to a Reinhardt perhaps, because this side of the map, there we go, is quite good for the Reinhardt. However, no more Lucius. Zenyatta from Key wants to maybe get some extra picks and some extra damage out for his team to just secure this fight a bit quicker. Lots of spam damage now from Clockwork Mondatta's side. Here comes the first dragon with the Bongos, but the Bongos, they're not going to live forever, I suppose, not in all the damage. But in the meantime, they do find Spite very early, but Dustleo pays the price, and so does Mini Dwarf. Both tanks down. However, one gets rezzed, and then another one dies, or all the Widowmaker does.
Oh
Jixie
man,
living up to the name, it's like 3 or 4 kills, all headshots. He's on fire. Yeah, he's definitely on fire, and he's also got a new Dragon Strike, which he just used. Well, almost. Last second clutch here from Clockwork Mondatta. They were in overtime on the bridge, but they're almost looking to complete the map. Dustleo, in desperation, managed to get a heal and some extra ultimates going on, but a lot of kills in favor of Clockwork Mondatta, and a new dragon comes in from Jixie, and is stuck on the payload as a hamster. Mini Dwarf eventually gets released, and they still have time left on the clock, which is crucial in case the enemy also
that was on the back of Jixie. I mean, he opened things up so much.
Yeah, I do want to point out though as well, Key, like surely he got the boost here, probably not intended, but he made it work, man. He farmed up his beat drop, but more importantly, the enemy team had a nano boosted hog in the form of Dustlio, but Key manages to boop him off onto the bridge section, still in Streets phase, and that just clears up the fight so much from him. It takes off so much pressure, and then he got the beat drop. So making the best of a worse situation definitely applies to Key here.
Big plays. Big plays.
Yeah, that was unexpected, but I mean, it just means that we'll get some extra gameplay nonetheless, which is always good, I guess.
And they still have 18 seconds left, so it's not like it was overtime.
Like I
and
said,
I to be honest, I didn't see it coming. Like after that shaky attack at the beginning of that attack on the second point, I thought it's over. But man, did they turn it around?
Yeah, Clockwork Mondatta doesn't show any signs of fatigue whatsoever. Like this is their 4th series that they're playing in a row, and 2 of them have already been like a 2-1 with overtime pushes and King of the Hill maps, but they're living up to the name still. So. Yeah, we'll be seeing if they can continue up.
Hey, by the way, it's actually refreshing to not see King's Row as the opening map.
True. We've been seeing a lot of variety in the payload section, but nice to see some
and you asked for Rain Zarya, and there it is.
There we go. We asked, they deliver. Well, Spite is quite a good Reinhardt main from back in the day already, and Black Rose on the May has been showing up quite well, so a lot of potential there, and we've seen Key on the Lucio. I mean, if you have a Lucio who's doing well for your team, then, might as well get the Reinhardt Zarya in there, get the Death Ball going.
And then again, on the enemy side, that's Gadget on Lucio, his trademark hero.
True. And so, Fiona doing this, so they can certainly does quite a lot of things. No one getting into spawn damage yet.
Also managing the cooldowns, the speed boost and stuff, because again, like speed, this dictates the flow of the fight, and whichever Lucio kind of does that better, he's giving his team a chance to win.
True. Black Rose doesn't quite find anything from the Mayweather, which means that Blue Team has a chance to push in here. Fume makes the best of it, instantly isolates the enemy main tank. That's what he's going for, but he's still patient and respectful of Diana. Mini Dwarf falls instantly to Key. I guess he is dictating things with his crowd control, I suppose. Working out quite well for him. Anthony lands, but still a Doomfist in Fume is just wreaking havoc, but he's very low and finally gets punished by Black Rose there. Genji in the backline, but they need to protect their Hanzo. Lazy Turtle does trade 1-for-1, which is not too bad because he can join his team quite quickly.
At least something. Like, if they really go fast, then maybe they can come back before Hanzo's there.
True. However, Cake will have that nanoboost on far before Archer does, so they might be able to stabilize with just a solid nanoboosted tank. Never want to run into those Reinhardts. Alright, let's see what happens here. Hanzo will be joining his team shortly, but the Blue Team will have a bit of an edge here. Tiny bit.
And then again, the Blade is pretty close, and Key is only 45% on the sound barrier.
Maybe comes instantly, and Hanzo has to join the fray again. Fume has found the backline again and goes for Gadget, but doesn't quite get the finishing blow, but Lazy Turtle does onto Key. Sorry. Fume eventually gets taken out of a big shatter from Spite. Hits like 3 or 4 people. That's making the best out of a nano boost. How does this close out a fight? That was proper. Okay, this is going to be interesting because we'll be having a Nano Blade, potentially, but in the meantime, Black Rose does have her May ultimate up, so she can potentially look to zone people out. Maybe shortly thereafter, Dark Dagger and Jixi are looking at that Graph combo. Gadget close to the drop, but may not be enough to survive the entire ordeal.
Maybe, one of the things you can do against the Nano Blade is to just solo grab the Genji.
True, that's also an option if he gets the time. He's looking up for now. An extra mails, Blazer doesn't quite get to deflect it. Where Spite is the first one to fall, trading back and forth. Jikes stands up though, 3 kills from this man. He's still carrying the momentum from the last attack, it seems.
Yeah. And I like what I'm seeing because they, throughout these last 2 fights, they bought enough time for Key to build his sound barrier.
Which is crucial. However, Black Rose did get booped off by Gadget just towards the edge there.
Yeah, so there's no May.
Yeah, short trip to spawn, and I would say this is the moment to push your advantage with the Nano Blade. Like, surely you'll be playing against some other ultimates, but this will be your go-to moment. Right, here we go. Instant Graviton. Big drop gets committed, but then the Hanzo comes in. Will he be able to live through it? An extra nade comes in, but Archeram does fall throughout the entire ordeal. Then a counter big drop. Yeah, the Ana's not in there, so Lazy Turtle cannot really get the Nanoblade. Fume falls his way. They're just going to reset. They're banking it on this Nanoblade now. No more mails. The only thing he has to worry about is a Shatter and a Sleep Dart. But this is
and kind of Nano's coming in as well.
True, but the Genji can choose all sorts of targets. But I think this is a good moment for Lazy Turtle to show what he can do with this Nanoblade, because it's only 1 more minute to go and his team is banking on it, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of, I gotta give props to Clockwork Mondatta. They are not allowing this Genji Blade, but there it is.
Finally, they get it out.
Finally.
A disciplined speed boost out with just a good bubble, and finally it finds one kill, but a big shatter to follow up. Dustleo gets another kill in that one. One more Hanzo ult in the fray, but Fume finds another kill onto Hanzo. This seems like this is their moment to push. They banked on this Genji ult, but it's looking to work out for them finally. Wanna Skype gets a good push going here, and if we see a repetition from last time, we'll see a big snowball on the streets phase. Who knows?
Yeah, but I think they wasted a little bit too much time that they
less than 3 minutes on the clock.
I feel like they kind of waited a little bit too long with this Nano Blade. You know, they allowed the enemy team to use ultimates and win fights instead of just pulling the trigger and doing it.
Yeah. Fume was relatively close to the Black Hole combo together with Dustleo, but he decides to swap over to the Widowmaker and instantly shows his value as he takes down Cake. Definitely favors this area, and Laserfield finds another kill as well, so Red Team looking to push up aggressively, but it's not working for them. Black Rose currently in the Icicle, but does get taken out very shortly. Gadget taking a short trip to spawn, but like we said, since he spawns right next to us, he'll be back with him shortly with his team. And in the meantime, they're just keeping their Reinhardt and Zarya alive. Dustleo gets a lot of good damage done here, and this is actually looking quite well, because Gaz is pushing up to the sound barrier ahead of Key. Nanoblade is coming up again, and Dustleo has that Graviton still, so potential for
and Lazy Turtle is still both Archer and Lazy is gonna combine for a Nanoblade pretty soon. Fume dies in the meantime, top left.
Yeah, and Lazy Turtle just dashes back quickly as he gets shot by Black Rose. Good zoning pressure there. Wondering if he'll actually get to push. No, Black Rose just instantly says, no, you're not pushing this, you're gonna get out of here. Thank you very much.
Doesn't quite huge get speed boost for Gadget to get away from the Mei ultimate.
But he does die eventually, and Mini Dwarf is still a whole lot of issues. However, he gets the pin on the Zarya. Reinhardt mechanics never cease to amaze me. A late sound barrier from Key. Not what he had anticipated.
That is fat finger.
Maybe it's a mistiming, but anyways, I think he would have maybe liked the one back. However, they do now have a Hanzo Zarya combo again.
Yeah.
So once again, Red Team has some cards in their hands, some tricks up their sleeve to dictate the fight.
And let's see again if they,
yeah, at least both teams. Let's actually open up with now. They get the Dragons off just barely, but Lazy Turtle living up to the name now. Well, he's not very lazy, but he's getting the work on. But a lot of ultimates being invested into this. Spite takes down one kill, but not quite enough.
I'm not really too crazy about that shatter. That fight was already lost.
Same about the Graph, to be honest. Lazy Turtle got 3 kills. I think it was kind of done in there. But
I mean, I kind of like that Graph. They again wanted to be faster than the enemy and just kill them before they even use ultimates.
Yeah. Gonna be
this time around, it just didn't work.
Yeah. Looking at the blue team now, though, they've invested a lot of ultimates. The only thing they'll have online is the Earth Shatter from Aaron, Mini Dwarf, but they also have the Infrasights, which can maybe give them some good scouting information.
But look, then again, look at the red team. I mean, Key just switched, Black Rose just switched, they used Graph, they used Shatter, they used Hanzo ultimate, so they also pretty much don't have ultimates anymore because they invested a lot.
Indeed, however, what we see from both teams now is just the ability to make plays without ultimates. We have Fume on the Widowmaker, able to get some picks, and Black Rose on the Doomfist is able to do just as well. Jixie on the Hanzo has been clicking like a lot of hits so far, so even in a fight without ultimates, there's a lot of action to be expected because there's only 45 seconds on the clock with one very dangerous bridge and one gadget on Lucio.
Yeah. It's actually also a little bit of an unfortunate time to switch off the Lucio for Key, because right here on the bridge you can get a lot of good plays. But still, apparently they feel they need a bit more healing with more. Hey, but also, seeing this fight, it's gonna, as you said, it's gonna be dependent on just getting picks without using ultimates. And I think this is, this is something we should get used to, because the patch that's coming in soon is gonna delay the ultimates by 12%, I think.
I'm not sure of the numbers, but that is true, yeah. And with the 2-2 lock, we already have it implemented in this tournament.
Yeah.
But with the upcoming 2-2 lock as well, it means that you will not always be able to count on your Brigade to rally plus your Soundbearer and then thereafter your turn 7s to help you out of things and farm your ultimate. You have to kind of invest in your own abilities as well. And DPS players, I think, can rejoice that they will be able to play actual DPS again, which they've been waiting for about a year. So I can see their excitement in that sense.
Yeah, long overdue. We are also ready.
We're also very big ready. So we'll be going into this game in 3 seconds, and then we're going to see how these individual players can get their abilities to work for them in this first map. Because do you remember there was a snowball on the first side of the map?
Clockwork Mondatta, yeah. Snowball.
So if they do it now, if they are on the receiving end of things, we'll be looking for quite a feisty series. Right, just a Genji Hanzo duel going on the left side, but Black Rose wants to punish Lazy Turtle for his aggression and does end up getting killed. That's the first thing, but that a big shatter. And Fume gets 1 kill as well. Dustleo just managed to narrowly get the, or Dark rather, gets the self-bubble off on himself, but still the payload is being pushed bit by bit. Fume gets another good kill. Gadget does get a small bit of help. Doomfist now in the backline onto Fume. Black Rose finds Fume 2 crucial picks here, getting rid of both DPS Black Rose. However, Spite falls to Gadget, and there's this one very lonely Zarya who's also getting taken down. It's a very close series. Who's going to be having the spawn advantage here? Both healers are on the point, and Black Rose returns to fray as well. Laser Turtle takes down Cake. Now the bubble gets onto Gadget once more. He wants to make the plays there, but Black Rose is so hard to kill, but finally gets taken down with the Fire Strike and does Leo. It means just one lonely Lucio and Key on the point. Only one to contest. Anti-Nick comes in. He's still alive without any enemy. Reinhardt returns, and there's the cap.
I mean, I gotta say, huge plays for Gadget. He stayed alive throughout this whole fight.
Also, my compliments to Black Rose, though, because unfortunately she couldn't quite end up confirming it, but she got rid of both DPS in very short succession. That's a big thing to do there.
I switched to Junkrat for Black Rose. Let's see the snowball potential. The Nano Blades is gonna be soon. Also, Graviton.
Grav, but Grav's coming in from Dark Dagger first. So they have the Hanzo ult again. Gadget does have the bait drop. Spites, Shadow doesn't quite find anything.
Mini-Dwarf blocks the Shadow.
But they don't use the Graph combo. They save the Graph for a later one, which is alright, because, well, Gadget at least did invest the Sound Bearer. Here it comes, but they're now forced to push with one man down, and this is the turning moment. He has to get in the backline, but it's not his idea. He would rather have the Hanzo do it for him. However, they trade with Mini-Dwarf, so both main tanks not in the fight right now. Wondering if anyone will make a move. They choose to reset. I mean, their runner will be back pretty shortly, but...
I mean, I understand it from Wanna Skype perspective, but I think these are the moments you just have to pull the trigger. Just Nano the Genji, let him go in.
Nano Blade get the 5 kills and push regardless. Your Reinhardt will be back. Alright, but we'll see. At least the red team has both their support ults up to keep themselves alive. Not much else from them. Fume is swapping off of the Widowmaker onto the Junkrat, but we do still have the Grav and the Nano Blade and the Shatter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty big shatters this match, so let's see.
There's the Nano Blade opening. Mini-Dwarf falls quickly, but the beat drop comes in from Key, saving his team for now. Meantime, Laser Turtle does get the bubble. Can he cut one person down, or is it going to be... The main is it stays at this, but Fume does take down Key in the end, so it's a 1-for-1 trade from both teams. Nano Boost comes in. Does Leo finds a good Grav in the backline. He kills one first and gets the Grav on the backline. One of those players I want to point out as well, Dustleo has been growing into this tournament. He started off quite roughly, but man, he's been performing here. And once on Zarya,
definitely. He's been a difference maker.
Yeah, definitely. Meantime, we do see the Moira Lucian come back for herself. Black Rose does have the ultimate, and so does Spite. So there comes the Riptide from Black Rose, looking to clear off this point. Laser Turtle falls very quickly. Can they complete this map, or is it going to be rough? Big Shatter coming in. Archer takes down, but another big counter Shatter coming just out of spawn. Dark Dagger takes the first blood on Mini-Dwarf, but Dustleo is very low. Fume takes down Dark Dagger just as that happens, so no Graviton in the fight just yet. Hanzo might have to all by himself. Oh, Cake falls, and Gadget gets the big wall.
Huge sound
Laser Turtle coming back in on the Tracer. Fume with another Rocket Punch. Reinhardt's just down to 1 HP, take them down 2. And with the difference being less than 1 minute, I think we're going to see a 4-free map again. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're in for a long series again. Because with the difference being less than 1 minute, both teams will get the opportunity to push the objective once. So it'll be 1 minute for the overtime team, and then 1 minute for 1 minute 18 for Clockwork Mondatta. But two very limited time banks with
big plays by Fume. I mean, killing 3.
I mean, both DPS sides have made, like, there's been a couple outstanding players on both sides. Gadget and Fume had like some very crucial picks towards the bridge side. Black Rose got rid of 2 DPS there on defense. Now we saw some good shatters. Dustleo had some very good moments, like getting rid of the enemy Zarya and getting a good Graviton. But I want to know, Scripty, how would you approach such a push? Because you have like 1 minute and maybe 1 minute and a bit. Would you want to go for your big ultimate combo and snowball off with that, or you want to go for your individual plays?
You know what I want to do? I want to go Fire Mercy.
That's actually kind of fair, because it's quite good on this map, and you maybe even surprise them and get the first pick.
And with just a minute, maybe not being able to build your ultimate, you just have to depend on damage, just dealing raw damage, wanting to get a pick. And you know, I think with Fire Mercy, that's what you can do. And on first point, you have this huge tower that can serve as a cover for you. So you know, Fire can be pretty devastating on the first point.
Definitely. Sometimes you get very further. In the meantime, we see Key off on the Baptiste, with Cake now deciding for Mercy. A lot of bunker potential. We do see the classic Mei Hanzo again, which has been proven quite well. However, Red Team
I like the Doomfist just because of his pick potential. He can get a kill out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he farms his ult up quite quickly too. Like if he punches 3 tanks around, you're looking at a meteor strike, and without a Lucio, that might be rough.
I think we're gonna see a flank. No, I thought Fume is gonna go all the way around.
Nah, I think that will be a bit too much with only 1 minute.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but the big hook onto Fume finds him instantly.
Big hook.
Very sharp, and in the meantime, Blackbird has walled off the rest of the team, so this might look difficult for him. However, the healing grenade will help him, but Dustleo does get hooked. They find Archer and no more healing from him here.
Yeah. They need to reset.
They get a big pick there, big pick onto Cake.
Oh my goodness.
The last
he was resetting.
Yeah, but Gadget takes on Spite too. This is looking, if Gadget can get out, they'll have a good retake at least. But they need to not get staggered now. Black Rose is still up on that bridge, harassing Gadget, and Gadget needs to be skating for his life, which he does ever so well. 10 more seconds to go.
Mercy, Spite switches to Ball.
Yeah, kicking out on the Moira and Spite on the Hammond just to get the stall going. However, Fume is now in the backline and gets taken down just before the 3-second mark. The overtime has been secured, but that engage was just a tad too early, I feel. Laser Trail not really close to the blade yet. They do take down the Immortality field, but not sure if it's going to be enough for him. Mini Dwarf is relatively close to the Earth Shot. I would say put your resource into this man. This is the guy you need to go for, but Laser Trail falls instantly. No team bubble, and that means that the Hog just gets unleashed together with May, and it seems like we will get a follow-up from Mondatta. Good Hog. Darkdagger stepping up to the plate here. I know that looked bad for him because they got two, the blue team got 2 picks on Clockwork Mondatta. Wanna Skype got 2 picks towards the end of the fight and managed to get out relatively unscathed. But the red team, they managed to stabilize so well.
I mean, still, that's only 1 minute. You know, you have to be really crisp with your execution.
True.
And they had a chance. These 2 picks were just a gift from the heavens, but they just couldn't
main tank out, but they couldn't capitalize, sadly. Yeah. All right, let's see how we go here. The good news is though, for Clockwork Mondatta, they may not lose this. Even if they don't cap it, we'll be going to a King of the Hill tiebreaker map to decide the winner of this first map, essentially. So even if they don't end up capping themselves here, they are not immediately in the thick of things yet. They can just go for a new map and play that as they usually would. So maybe we'll relieve some pressure.
The tiebreaker is just 1 map, or the whole King of the Hill series?
The whole King of the Hill, so that could be a 2-1 King of the Hill at max.
All right. Right. So yeah, if that happens, they really making the most of this tournament.
Definitely. I mean, I want to see 99-99 on 3 maps, and then having payload be drawn out as well, because both teams get a free with a full hold, millimeter full hold.
Oh, that's a defensive Pharah. I don't really see that often.
Indeed. However, you do have a lot of spam damage, and your Ana can heal up your tanks well and get the nanoboost, whereas your Merc can just get that extra resurrect off and that extra damage. And looking at the red team right now, Reaper Sombra may not be able to deal with it.
No, not at all.
See how it goes. See if they end up fighting as soon as they know what's going on. Reaper is committed to this. They're fighting this out with what they have. Reaper Jixie instantly down to very low HP, and so is Spite. Man's roll out just in time. Jixie gets taken down. He needs to cover so much distance before he can actually get into the thick of things, and it's difficult for Reaper to do that.
To be honest with you, I think that's a mistake. They should have run to spawn and switch. And
pick Widowmaker, but Black Rose in the meantime does get up to some extra stall potential. Cake does have her ultimate up quite quickly, so that could be helpful. Where Black Rose gets to teleport out safely. Spite in the meantime,
but that's a pool, that's a hook, that's a difficult thing for a Hammond to play into it.
Yeah, he does get to live for now, and now they want to actually pressure out this Pharah. Cake does go for the enemy tanks and does heal up her own team in the same time, despite now going back into the thick of things with so much crowd control. It's difficult to organize this. They get a 1-for-1 trip, but now Laser coming in from above. Yeah, this is what happens when you leave Pharah unattended. He gets 3 kills with that. I think we're looking at a King of the Hill map here. Unless a miracle happens.
There's still Black Rose orbiting around the point.
Yeah, they will have a Deva Bomb to open up with, so maybe they can get the hack on the Orisa and create some havoc with the Deva Bomb. See what happens. They need to touch just... Oh, Black Rose gets discovered by the Hunter. Her Jixie is so a random shot.
That is unfortunate.
Well, can they touch her? They do get the overtime touch, so nothing is drawn quite yet. In the meantime, Reaper goes in for the backline, but Gadget takes down Black Rose.
Gadget.
Crucial pick, and then the Deva Bomb doesn't quite find anything, so now it's just the whole Hawk clearing things off, but Spite down. Equal fight. Definitely a 1-man advantage here. Will the red team be able to capitalize there? Clockwork Mondatta. It's still only 1 now. It's 1-for-1. Yes, now it's going to be the cleanup. Spite at the very last second. Picking up with the other tanks. What a tight first map, man. Right, so Clockwork Mondatta wins the map that was chosen by Wanna Skype. So now Clockwork Mondatta gets to choose the next map. Look at the shatter.
That shatter, enormous.
It was really good. Immediately follow up, gets some kills, swings about. One Zarya bubble gets in the way. Well, no biggie. I'll just clean up.
Team kill?
21-minute Eichenwalde map. I just like whenever we have a big series, you see the Orisa cards coming up. Yeah, 58,000 damage blocked. Alright, so we have one person from Wanna Skype who needs to quickly get back into the game. That'll be Duslioya. Right, so now I'll be going onto the payload map. So I'm wondering, what payload map will I choose?
But you know what, coming back to the last fight, I didn't really know what happened because I wasn't looking at that direction, but Gadget was fighting Sombra and kind of Reaper at the same time, but he had ultimate. And you know, he got the Sombra, but he died with the ultimate.
That's sad, yeah.
And it could have potentially been really useful on just, keeping his team alive. So, rough situation.
One thing I do want to point out, I think Spite did not have his ultimate up. Dark Dagger did get his ultimate off, but didn't get any kills. But the two of them combined for a total of 4 kills. Two of which were like, one of which was the interruption on the Roadhog ult, and the other one may have also been interrupted. So definitely the tanks stepping up big. Small toilet break for those in need. I can imagine after a 21-minute map, you kind of need to hustle for the toilet.
Yeah.
So we'll be just back in about 1 minute. In the meantime, though, Team Wanna Skype is still struggling a bit. Like, they've been very close to maps a couple times. Like, we've seen them lose 4-3 at least 2 times on ours, like on our end of the show now. What would you suggest to them to really make this map, Route 66, their map, to make the turnaround?
I think for me, from my perspective, is they need to be more decisive.
More decisive?
I think they are too decisive. They're too quick to disengage, and even maybe sometimes someone gets picked on the team, but they have ultimate advantage. So I think they should still go in and try to equalize or even get a few picks of their own, because I think they are too quick to back off. I think, and as we saw on the first point, and in general on their defense, or was it attack? Either way, it was Clockwork Mondatta just dictating the flow. They were using their ultimates first, and they were doing it for like 4 minutes.
Almost, yes. So you just want to see a bit more initiative from the side of Wanna Skype.
And especially, that's my point. I mean, I see Gadget tries to initiate, they go in with speed boost, but then there's kind of hesitation creeps in, and they just don't come through. Like, they start the engagement, but they are just, then after that, they're just indecisive.
Yeah, fair enough. And what would you, Team Clockwork Mondatta is busy on a big turnaround. So, what would you want to give to them? Because they've been having a lot of close series. How can they close out the series very decisively here?
I think they should definitely keep playing their Hanzo. I think they get great value out of Hanzo.
Definitely.
And I mean, just to be honest, just keep doing what they're doing. Even though they've been losing maps here and there, they are always being very competitive and giving every team a run for their money.
I was about to say, they make every map very close.
Yeah. So I think, for now, they won the first map, even though it was really close. I think they are the ones that the enemy team have to adjust to. I think they don't really need a lot of adjustments right now. Obviously, there are things they can improve and stuff, but at this point, I think they should just stick to what they're doing.
Yeah, because we do see the Hanzo quite often, but in the meantime, Black Rose is playing all sorts of heroes depending on what the situation needs. We see a very similar thing from Key, I must say. Key is sometimes on the Ana, sometimes on the Baptiste, sometimes on the Lucio. Just two of them are filling in those remaining slots, if you will. And nice to see the flexibility going in with the team.
Yeah, and he also, in the end, on the last attack on Eichenwalde, that was a huge sound barrier.
Yeah, and the boop on the Roadhog, who was nano boosted. Yeah. He takes off 1500 HP or 1800 if you count the healing with it, and damage mitigation just out of the picture instantly. So
yeah, Key's doing what needs to be done, doing the dirty work, sometimes the stuff that goes unnoticed.
Definitely.
But in the end, it's huge difference in team fights, and he's been able to provide it.
Yeah, definitely, he had a bit of a break early today, but he's back, and I mean, we've got to say, he's been stepping up to the plate quite well. First time that we see him play here. Both teams appear to be ready now. Okay, that's one side at least. So now the question is...
I wonder what we're gonna see from Wanna Skype, because I remember we cast their match against solo old Galia team.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was the Bastion shenanigans, and I wonder if they want to replicate this, kind of steal the strat.
Yes, okay, both teams are ready right now, so we're getting into the thick of things again. Second map for us. Can Clockwork Mondatta actually close out a series, not in a 2-1 situation with overtime and whatnot? Can they actually close it here right now? And the question is for Team Wanna Skype, can they actually draw blood here and confirm a series for themselves, and even start with a map, but then go into a series? Because we definitely want to see them win a map or two, maybe a series.
I think last time on this map, Ash was really effective. I think there is Fume is on Ash.
Yeah,
I like it. I like this. I think this is a great pick. Because just the pressure, the damage, the shield pressure, the AoE from the dynamite, the accuracy of Fume when it comes to hitting heads, clicking heads. I think that's a great pick here.
Definitely, and Gadget is always very adamant about actually damage boosting Fume on those crucial moments. We saw it earlier on the Hanzo when Fume was able to get the Storyline arrows in with damage boost, just farm up the Dragon Strike. I've seen it before on this map, how quickly Bob gets charged by Fume. Actually, every single fight has a new Bob, but they all kind of look alike. In the meantime, though, we see some interesting things here. Reinhardt, Hammond, I think it's going to maybe swap over to a D.Va, see what's up here. Yeah, they're definitely favoring this very chaotic Sombra D.Va Hammond style.
Yeah.
See how it works.
I like it. It's a new angle on the
refreshing,
yeah, because you just basically want to create chaos, maybe boop them off the high ground, hack somebody, and then you just go on and see how the fight develops.
I would wonder if maybe Jixi would at some point play some Genji, because then you have the EMP bomb and the Nanoblade with all
and
the
there
disruption.
it is. It's huge. 3 people.
3 people instantly dynamite
of the high ground.
On that one already, but Spite draws the first blood onto Dustlio, so definitely Team Clockwork Mondatta is getting into the thick of things, and they want to close out the series right here and now. In the meantime, Dark is a little bit, not before he finds Archer. Hanzo duel going on, but just goes into the favor of Jixi against Lazy Turtle, but it was a close duel, and the Mercy start to get into the thick of things as well.
And we can see this chaos is working, multiple angles of attack, hacks, Hammond boops, and crowd control. And
Spite got the first kill onto Roadhog, which is not a very common thing. And he got one of the last kills as well. And he just has his ult already, almost. Dark is just working up to the mech, but you can see him working to effect.
That's a very, very nice first push.
Indeed. Fume will be looking to have his ultimate up quite quickly, but so does Lazy Turtle and Gadget, so there will be some tools on the blue team side to stabilize. But in the meantime, I'm just looking a bit more favor towards the red side. Of course, they want a team fight, so they just have that ult charge going. Spy with the ultimate. Black Rose would have had it, but she sadly got picked. Quick Resurrect comes in from where there's Fick from Key, but sadly they lose some people in the progress, and blue team will stabilize here just with their own mechanical plays.
Yeah, I mean, it was this time around, Spy didn't really get what he wanted to do. It's difficult playing against Orisa pools and then hooks from Roadhog. The first time around, it worked really well because the blue team wasn't aware of the flank, but this time around, they had their eyes open and...
It's going to be interesting. A lot of ultimates online, like 4 or 5 ults from both sides, and definitely a couple of people close. Haltook fails, but Blackrose is setting up his EMP, scouting where everyone is. There he goes, boom! There comes the Hammond Potter in as well. Fume is very low, but falls just at the end, and there's also Lazy Turtle who's in a bit of trouble, and Gadget gets taken down. It looks like Red Team is looking to push this still. And there goes the rest as well. They do get the DMAC, which is good if you want to recontest or at least go into the next phase quite well. But that was convincing from the Red Team side. Clockwork Mondatta is definitely living up to the decisiveness here.
Yeah, but not much you can do against EMP, especially if you play bunker. I mean, everybody's clumped together, one EMP, everyone's hacked, and no abilities. What can you do?
Indeed, Fume got taken down early, and then it just instantly went for Gadget. Just so much damage and support gone from your side. Now, Mini Dwarves isolated kind of here, but they do get the dragons in. Aaron is not entirely alone, I suppose. They get a nano boost of D.Va, and they want to confirm the fight right here, which they do end up doing. I would say a bit of a heavy investment, but it works well enough, I would say. Not too big of a deal, because you have 5 minutes to push the last point. That's what a luxurious time bank.
5 minutes, but still, last point, again, notorious for not being completed.
True. Fume takes out
big sleep.
True. Now I'm actually wondering.
Archer?
I must say, Bob has been absent for a while. Haven't seen him for 2 phases. I mean, Fume is still there, he's clicking heads, but I want to see Bob again, dude.
I'm pretty concerned for Bob, because, Sombra hacks him, and Bob just... Kinda is more functional.
Opening with the D.Va bomb, that's gonna be big. 2 kills from that one. Red team is relentless right now, continues pushing. They've found their footing in this sense. Archerim, a bit cheeky there, but yeah.
And again, the blue team is kinda just Wanna Skype. They are just sitting on those ultimates. We still haven't seen Bob.
They need to use them. Yeah. Like, I want to see Bob some point, like, in one of the phases. That would be nice. I mean, nothing against Fume, but I like Bob.
Everyone likes Bob.
Yeah, Bob is a cool guy, dude. Mini Dwarf very low, and he doesn't get to use his ultimate. Bob is going to do something. He's finally there, and Gadget does get the Resurrect off onto Aaron, so there will be some safety, but he gets taken out quickly thereafter by Dark Dagger. Seizing the existence is Mini Dwarf right now, but instantly the EMP gets rid of that all. So does Bob, just gets to depart the field hacked. A bit of healing comes in on Dark Dagger, who continues getting all these kills. Another Resurrect comes in from Key, and then Yixi finds another kill on Fume. Now just the hook and the Hammond Minefield, so gets another kill onto Gadget. Now there's only Roadhog on one person on the left side of the America truck, not on the point. That would be like 3.5, 4 minutes. I didn't look at the timer, but that was a time bank.
I think it was 3:49, I think.
Not far off. Respectable, I like it.
But that's pretty
respectable from you, Scritty, and respectable from the team that got to push it this way.
I think I think Wanna Skype just stuck with this comp a bit too long, you know.
Yeah.
I think Clockwork Mondatta played a very good anti-bunker setup.
They played aggressively too. They were relentless. They were not letting go.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, if you don't allow the bunker to properly set up and just, dictate the flow of the offense, if you're the one just constantly biting and attacking and coming in and stuff, it just gets really difficult to even set up. That's what they did. I mean, that's the thing with Clockwork Mondatta. They just really executing well. The execution's been tremendous.
And they've been, like I said, very decisive, but also just very confident about themselves. Like, surely, like, someone gets killed every now and then and you get a bit of a stagger, who knows? But, they've been confident in their own abilities and they've been growing into this tournament bit by bit. Like, they started off just narrowly missing the series against Obehave, and as you saw, like, in the other stream, they just narrowly got the win on the King at home, but now they're looking to take it decisively. They're taking matters into their own hands, and I'm quite liking it.
Yeah, definitely. So, again, I think I just feel like with Wanna Skype, I just sense some indecisiveness in every areas, with not switching comps fast enough, not adjusting, and then again, not really like using ultimates, pulling the trigger first.
Yeah.
But maybe that's something they're gonna correct now. Now we're gonna see a Bastion strike.
I was about to say, Fume is not gonna pull the trigger, he's gonna hold it, and probably hold it down for a long time as well. Alright, let's see how things end up going here. Some first initial poke from the Hanzo. Jixi instantly finds 30 ult charge, which is going to be handy in dislocating this bunker setup.
That's a hack on Bastion.
Clever. Well done by Black Rose, just disrupting this bunker. They've predicted things very well. The Maywall definitely throwing some troubles there, and Jixi falls.
There's a Bastion hooked.
Yep.
But that's a double protection. There's also Diva to just give you Matrix.
Fume already got the first pick, but that's a big anti-nade, and then the hook comes in as well. Fume takes another pick though. Now they're stepping up to the plate. The composition is a bit awkward and a bit a bit surprising, but it's definitely the element that they're pulling right now. Getting 2 quick kills. They've been doing well. Oh, Fume finds another kill. This is just Fume drawing weapon and not letting go. One last contest here from Spite coming in on the red side, but with that many people down, I'm not sure if it will be fruitful. Instant kill from Fume again. Every kill from his side. There we go. Gadget finally picks up the first non-Fume kill this round. Laser Turtle adds to the mix as well, but definitely a very quick cap again. This time from the blue side.
But Clockwork Mondatta, they have some ultimates in the bank right now. They're still obviously waiting for an EMP, the big ult. But I don't know, maybe they should also start looking to switch a bit, because I don't think you can defeat a Bastion bunker with a non-Bastion bunker.
Yeah. Definitely not in terms of damage. You'd have to be looking at either finding a lot of value from this Sombra or somehow finding a very cheeky angle on your other damage to go and just getting things done that way. But definitely this Bastion has been proven quite difficult to beat today. However, in terms of damage, they finally do get Fume down, but not before he gets 2 kills. So
exactly. He still got 2, and now he's getting res. So
resurrected back up. Yeah, they find Archer, which is a very crucial fix, and the Bastion's a bit less harsh to deal with. Diva getting hacked up as well. Black Rose is definitely helping there, so Fume is a bit more exposed now, but once again he finds a kill, and Aaron adds to the mix as well. And Blue team is now pushing up. How long will this last for? I wonder.
But now we're gonna see the EMP.
Yeah, Cake's going over to the Zen. Once you get some damage over there.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, will they be able to contest or are they going for the last point hold though? That will mean that both teams are looking at a big time bank leading into the last point. The Maywall is going to answer the question for us again, but Red team still wants to have a go at this. It's going to be difficult. Some ults get popped and they manage to contest his last second, get the EMP and trades back and forth. Small advantage for the blue side now, but now it's equal once again. Red team gets to stabilize. 0.6 meters basically. That's quite impressive. For the American audience and ours, that's about 2 foot. But definitely very good recontester. And Laser Turtle falls as well after he got hacked. Very nice synergy there between Black Rose and between Dark Dagger. Yeah,
but that's the big question. You still play bunker, and there's a May ultimate coming in, and you don't have anything against it.
True. I mean, you'll be playing against a Bastion ult. You'll be playing against everything besides a Bongos, really. If you look at the blue side's ultimate coming in, Spite will have to get value, or they just have to get a lot of general good picks. Jixi looking up to the Hanzo ult again, getting a lot of damage in. He's almost got it. The Halt hook just gets mitigated at the end. But yeah, Jixi does manage to farm up his dragon just in time. It's going to be very helpful this fight. They'll need it. Alright, let's see how we go.
Definitely hoping to dislodge the Bastion.
Yeah, they get Jixi off the high ground, so that's a good thing right there. They need to actually get some damage in soon though. Spite gets the first things in. Oh, a lot of ults being put back and forth. And the Diva bomb. Oh, still, yeah, this is looking at the blue. It's the blue team's favor, definitely. A big ultimate investment, but they do get to cap eventually, although Kick does take down Laser Turtle before anything big happens. Black Rose escapes just before things get nasty. Does save her EMP, so that's going to be a good transition into the next stage.
Yes. But yeah, you said they used a lot of ultimates, but so again, you just want to be sure. You don't want to give them any daylight, just, take the point convincingly.
Yeah. I think, oh, this is quite clever. Jixi just went onto the Reaper and like, with the EMP and with the Ana, you could get a lot of value from it, but instantly, the blue team just runs back to spawn and adapts. Now you're looking at a McCree, Lucio. It's going to be difficult for Reaper. Ryan Zarya as well. Archer still hanging on to that Mercy Factor, which is like understandable. You just want to push 1-5 with it and get it secured. However, we will be looking at EMP from
the question is, how much value you're going to get from Reaper and
at least he's not going to get
McCree.
stunned right now. I think he's not going to get stunned right now, but as soon as you get some kills quickly, if you take the initiative with the EMP like that. Alright, no kills. Okay, there we go. Jixi finally finds a kill into Laser, but is going to get resurrected back up again by Archer, but not before Dark Dagger takes down another target. Alright, it was a good stabilization here, and Jixi already has 63% on that ultimate already. Looking strong.
Yeah. Yeah, they also have some ults in the bank. Nano, Transcendence, Zoning ultimate for Roadhog.
Yeah, they were looking to build up to this. So definitely, they've managed to transition well despite the good tactical efforts from the blue side from Wanna Skype. See how we continue here, because Wanna Skype has to actually complete this map and still manage to win it. Otherwise, they lose the series game, which is not what they want. And now was Orisa just to keep her safe, and they're going to contest this point.
Early Nano on Orisa?
Yeah, she was low and she did retreat, but it was still difficult, I imagine. Fume in a lot of pain and trouble right now. Archram does take up Laser Turtle again with the Resurrect. Big charge from Mini Dwarf onto Dark Dagger. It's one less concern, and he can respawn quite quickly. Reaper in the backline. He already uses Shifter, so can he survive for us? For now, he can. He has targets to shoot at, and the halt came in just in time.
He can just click.
I want to point out though, the halt there from Spy was perfectly timed, because Jixi had no more shift, he was relatively low on HP, but just halting those 3 or 4 people together and just holding the shotgun into it.
Yeah, I think in general I get a feeling like even though Mini Dwarf is playing well, I think Spite is winning that matchup.
So far so good, yeah. And if we look at Jixi, he's hiding up in quite a clever angle here. They managed to get the hook onto the Reinhardt. Mini Dwarf is in a bit of trouble. Dustley does find Black Rose again. Nice pick off there.
Oh, but Dark Dagger is overextending.
Yeah, that's 2 kills, and now the question is Reaper going to pull his ultimate, or is he going to save it? He's going to pull it. Can he get some kills? He gets 1 and gets Reinhardt very low. This is still a turning moment. Turning point here. Reaper coming in clutch. That's a total of 2 actual final blows from him, but he brought 4 people low. Laser does get 1 pick, so it's a bit of an advantage here, but team kill very cleanly executed, and that's ballsy, not gonna lie.
Hey, if you play Reaper, you gotta be ballsy.
You gotta be edgy, dude. Like, there's no defeat. There's only kamikaze or victory.
There's only mouse 1.
There's only victory and kamikaze. Yeah, I was about to say, and W. Don't forget about the W. Right, quick Dragon coming in from Laser, splitting off the enemy tank line. Quite nice, but luckily...
sleeping in the backline,
yeah,
huge
sleep in the backline, but once you get a trip back and forth, but the Ana key is positioned just well to heal the tanks without all that. Laser Turtle does get resurrected, but falls quickly to the hook. Black Rose does have an EMP, so they're looking to set themselves up. Nano Boost is being traded back and forth. Nano Boost and Whole Hog, that's some scary stuff right there. Mindorf doesn't quite get the benefits from what is, and Dark Dagger and Black Rose just continue harassing the backline, and then lastly, Gadget falls on the Ana.
And now, again, you're playing against an EMP.
Yeah. Good news is though, they have to be very aware of Cake. In this case, Gadget swapping off the Ana onto the Lucio, which means that the upcoming Graph combo will not be able to receive an anti-nade. So it's going to be difficult to execute that one. I'm counting on Fume and on Minigorf to make the plays right here now, because there's still a lot of good abilities in the hands of the red team. Big Shatter onto the backline, forces the Transcendence instantly. That's kind of alright though. Black Rose also finds a kill to Fume. This is a very good opening for him. But Dark Dagger finds another kill. It's not favorable. One last reset. Good news is Dustlio did manage to farm up the last Graviton now, which means that at least since Cake used their own Transcendence, they'll be able to execute this Graph combo relatively low. But they just need to quickly reset now and not get staggered any further, because Lazy Turtle is in a bit of hurt.
Yes.
15 more seconds to go, and Archer now does return onto the Ana once you get the antidote in just in case. Now we're counting on his Graph combo again. This blue team, Wanna Skype, continues to rely on those ult combos, but they need to actually get value from them. This is their golden moment to shine, and they have to do it here. Gets it onto the backline, finds 2 supports, 2 good kills.
There it is.
And gets the roll again as well, but then the Hein Hoon from Fuel finds 2, and the Repro was also infested, so, and the Bongos, so red team pulled everything into holding that, but
it just didn't work out.
Yeah, Gadget and Cake are looking at like the 2 people that can farm their ult the quickest now. Maybe
now it's gonna be an interesting fight now. No ultimates, just
Dark Dagger
raw
onto
mechanics.
Zarya. It's going to be difficult to get his ult quickly, but we'll see what he can do. Jixi is on the Tracer. We're going to see Black Rose on the Widowmaker. Spites in on the Reinhardt. Fume back on Doomfist. And Mini Dwarf on the Hammond. Just a lot of quick stop that show. Still all over type push. However, Cake is drawn the first, but then both flex supports fall, and in the meantime, Dark Dagger's in a whole lot of hurt, but Fume is also very low. Equal fight from both ends now. 2 kills on both ends. However, Dustly does take that spike. Good kill from Min again. Big power drive in again on the backline. Zarya is still being kept alive. Dark Dagger has got a sliver of HP, but he managed to fall just at the end. Keiko goes in the last second. Gadget managed to get the sound pair just in time. I think we're going to go to another map screen unless something big pops up. Here comes Blackrose low on HP. Dustly finds another kill growing into this clutch moments, and Blackrose still alive. Pulse bomb hits nothing, but Blackrose does fall to Lazy Turtle. Dustly takes another kill down to Jixie.
That's it.
I think that's about it. Only one more Hammond left on the point to stop it. Then Lucia comes back with Zarya. Dark Dagger only 6% on that ultimate. Spider's very low on HP. Widow is sick. Does eventually fall. And we're going for another overtime push.
Nice effort by Wanna Skype. I like the switches, the urgency to get to the point, cap it. It was close, but they, as I said, I think in these scenarios, like when it's just raw mechanics, I think they win. But I just wanted to commend Clockwork Mondatta. I really enjoy watching them. Maybe they don't have any like top 500 household names, but their teamwork and just execution is so crisp and so good that they just keep winning those fights, using ultimates wisely, stuff like this.
True.
It's really impressive.
Only went a bit wrong towards the end, but a lot of ults got popped in that overtime fight. Now we're going to be seeing something quite interesting, because there's only 1 minute on the clock for Wanna Skype to stay in this series, and the biggest thing you need at that moment is a good snowball. You don't just want to win one fight, you want to win a fight, win another fight, and then snowball onwards to get a lot of fights won, even though you only have 1 minute.
What better way to do this than with Bastion?
And the Mei, being able to both stall and get some crucial ult wipes is very powerful. Right, the Reaper is staying though, and I think this could be quite a clever pick, because you can isolate the Bastion or maybe he's shielding, and then you just farm it with Reaper, just to see how they'll execute this one.
Yeah, but it's still tricky, because you have to get really close to a Bastion, and he's a Mr. President,
True.
Just get down, Mr. President, there's a Reaper.
Right, let's see how this pans out. No one is scouting each other quite yet, so I think both teams are suspecting something cheeky, because normally always get spotted up ahead. Right.
Yeah, Reaper just hiding top left.
Dustlyo back on Leva, just checking for somewhere any hidden threats. He doesn't quite find anything right now. Does notice the Moira. And now we're going to see something has spotted Reaper, because there's a lot of fire up the top left there. Fume is a bit isolated. There he is. That's the play I was talking about. In this case, it wasn't the Reaper.
Huge play by Blackrose. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, their coordination and team play.
Fume does get rezzed. This is cheeky, but they managed to get a res off, and they even managed to kill Jixie. Only thing they've traded was an immortality field. I mean, I'll take it any day. They traded the Evamec, but it's kind of right. In the meantime, Fume just continues to harass this backline and get the Mei walls going. That's a lot of damage, Fume. That's a whole lot of damage. Fume is living up to the name right now. Fume smokes all these people. That's a 5th kill from him. Lazy Turtle and Fume both have their ultimates coming up here. This is just what the Wanna Skype needed. Look at this. Dustly's gonna have his mech back. Man.
Fume should be out here, yep.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to come at them, sure, you'll just blizzard it and win the next fight again. Reaper does want to try and contest it, but the question is, he uses shift to get in. All the matrix from the Dustly just prevents any damage from getting in, and this is the snowball. Jixie on the Reaper will take a long time to get back.
Concerning situation for Mondatta, because all the ultimates are building for Wanna Skype, and how do you stop that? You have a Reaper, you have a Bastion, just rolling.
Ooh, this is going to be tricky for either team, but it looks like for now, neither team will be falling quite yet, but Reaper is still miles away from this fight. He needs to get back as soon as he can. I'm wondering, there goes the amplification matrix, and Mei is flying through the air.
And there's the Mei ultimate.
There's double Mei ultimate. Who's going to live forever? Oh, this is looking good for Red Team. The match is stabilized against all odds. Just the initiative once again kicking through. That's unfortunate, because Dustly was close to that ult, so was Archer, so was Mini Dwarf, and Fume had it, but the Red Team, even though they're one man down, manages to just pull that trigger and get those ultimates going.
Yeah, the Mei ult again making a difference. And I want to shout outs to Blackrose first, the huge Mei ult to lift the Bastion up, and maybe they didn't win a fight, but that was an impressive play. Definitely. And then just coming in with the Mei ult, and in the right time, right place.
Yeah, because I think it also cancelled out Laser Troll's ultimates. That's definitely a trade you'll take any day of the week, of course, definitely if you win a team fight. Does mean that there's a little under 5 minutes for Clockwork Mondatta to win this series 2-0. Be very decisive, and so just push it a little bit past the first point. See how to do.
Hey, you know what I like? They don't do in the cheeky Bastion strat. They just stick into what they did before. Sombra Hammond, probably with Hanzo, and it worked. Why not? Why switch?
And Fume is going to be looking to hack some of his health packs defensively. So traditionally, of course, Route 66 on the first point had 2 big health packs, quite close to one another. So having a Sombra there is always very strong.
And also a hacked Hammond
can't really play the video game.
It's pretty sad. It's a sad sight.
Yeah, it's just like a hacked Reinhardt or a hacked Lucio or a hacked
It's
Bastion
like
for that
pretty
matter.
much any hacked tank. It's a sad sight to behold.
It's a very sad sight. However, I'm going to be curious to see how Fume plays this one out, because there'll be 2 health packs. Can't always keep them both in check, but having that defensive health pack for yourself is always quite handy.
Definitely. Especially against the high mobility comp of the enemy, you want to deny the health packs.
Yeah, Fume has spotted out the enemy Hammond, so he's looking at him most of all. And just as he wants to engage, he gets the hack off, so Spite in this time can't play the game. Fume's is building up to the ultimate shot. Spite's very low on HP and instantly falls to lazy skill.
And that's what it is, once you hack this Hammond, there's just nothing
very little he can do, Meantime, the red team continues to push the payload, wondering when this Halt Hook or something will come in. There comes onto Cake. Matrix comes in just in time to save it just a little bit.
Cake is just face tanking this. I got this.
Cake just wants to push the payload. Not sure for how long she can, but she pushed. She pushed the payload quite a bit, so they got the first bent. And Jixie, in the meantime, takes down Gadget, who helped to contest the payload and take down people. Trades back and forth with Black Rose, finds Archrim, so no signals on either side, but Fume finds the better of Black Rose. Fume with another pick.
Fume is equalizing,
Yeah, definitely. Lazy Turtle is sleeping on the job right now, but he's going to match Fume in the ultimate charge quite soon here. Fume looking to get the last little bit of the ultimate charge going. He has the MP ready now, but he's maybe going to save it for just a bit of a later moment. Question is, that's a big stagger onto the Arista. She can't contest the payload. I think it's going to be a last-ditch effort from Wanna Skype to win out on the series. Dartica takes down Gadget as well.
Zen is in trouble. Oh, is he now? I guess he isn't.
Is he now? I guess he's maybe not. We'll see.
Rhoda helped big time. Because, if Zen stagger... Oh, Zen, no, don't die, Zen.
Zen gets out just in time. Archer, no, Archer.
Unlucky.
Unlucky, dude. Unlucky.
I don't know, he was fairly close to a trance. If he managed to stay alive, charge it a bit, that would be huge.
Because now it's going to be Mintworth on the basket, going to be last second touch. Good ultimate there from Fume. I mean, you needed to, but he dies at the end. But now Laser does get a trade in. Still, the spawns and the ultimates are in favor of the red team. Clockwork Mondatta wants to finish out right here, right now. There comes the ultimates. That's all the heroes gone and done. And that means series is over. Clockwork Mondatta victorious 2-0.
So that's gonna be it for Clockwork Mondatta. That's all their games, I think.
Indeed. That's true. Yeah, they'll be having their break now, just towards the end, but they managed to end on a high note. So very good maps.
Yeah, they managed to win their last 2 games, and they are now sitting at a 2-2 record.
Yeah, but they managed to pick up a lot of maps in between, so they were definitely an exciting wildcard team.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed watching them.
Definitely.
And so huge shoutouts to everybody on that team. I think they played really well.
Yes.
And, now it's just a well-deserved break for them.
Yeah. Now we're going to quickly move on to our next map, or next series, I should say, in just a couple of minutes. We're going to see Bro Moment versus Team Solo Ultigalia, so 2 teams that had quite a good start, but have lost a map since then. Gotta be curious to see how they managed to square up here.
I think it's going to be a pretty exciting matchup as well.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so we'll be getting into our new game shortly. You'll see the countdown as always, so stay tuned. I think Krill is on death.